This is Prophet bringing you another Call of Duty Black Ops commentary, a first for the new Call of Duty Prophet channel, where we'll be doing nothing but commentary on Call of Duty games. Right now, of course, we're going to be focusing on Black Ops, and here we are in the map Array in a ranked server, doing a little Domination. You're going to notice I like to zoom. It's habit. I really like to try to stay away from hip fire, so even if they're close, I'm probably going to zoom in. I'm actually looking at that guy's face. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because he's using smoke or something as his decal. See, there's my zoom. Got another marksman with the AK-74U, which I actually really enjoy using, though Famas is my preferred weapon. I'll go over classes in another video at some point.
RCXD ready for launch.
Nothing like getting stuff. I like saving the RXDs or RCXDs for another time. Oh, and I just got stuck. That's horrible. I like to save those RC cards. You're actually going to see me use it here in a second. You do this because if you use it right away, you're likely to get shot or killed in some way, and then, of course, you no longer have it, or you no longer have a chance at your higher kill streak. So use it after you've died, unless there's no time in the match. I like to hug the walls. Obviously, jumping over that could cost me, so it's kind of an iffy thing. I take cover by using C and the vehicle front end. This allows me to really get in. I realize this guy wasn't actually there yet, a little late, so that's a shame. Then I'm gonna get tag team. There's a guy off to my left. He's gonna take me out. You really have to pay attention when you're playing the game. Look in like that. I mean, I actually saw him pop up behind me and didn't even realize it until I was already dead. So pay attention to what you can, and make sure that if you pay attention to your minimap, that's the big one for me. I look for the red dots constantly, which does sometimes have a habit of making me overlook the enemies that are right next to me. This is actually going to be a pretty cool shot here in a sec. Oh, no, I guess it's going to be a bit later, where I'm going to have to deal with some snipers that are camping up in the corner. Take some pot shots at that guy. No, it's not working out. And we had a bunch of campers up here. Gonna pop one of them here in a sec.
Enemy napalm strike incoming.
You'll notice I like to reload, manual reload. That's because you don't want to be caught with half a clip or fewer shots. I can see my team's been killed up here, and of course I just see another teammate get whacked. I'm going to cook my grenade and throw it, which is not going to be even close. He's really in that cubby, and I'm going to feel the wrath here in a sec. I actually moved closer to that edge because I thought the way he was dropping it was actually going to be further back toward him, essentially. So, yeah. You want to try to capture those positions in Domination. Obviously, you got A, B, and C. A and C. C is going to be Team 2, A is going to be Team 1, and B is going to be the one that's generally fought over to be captured in the beginning. And then it's going to be easier for you to head over to C or A, depending on which team you are and who has what. This will help you get the points, because it's not all about the kill and death ratio. I know people love that, but you really need to get the points to move your score up. There, I got lucky as his flash hit, shot him dead, and I'm going to try to shake it off, which, no, it does not actually work that way. Great thing about these, nice Claymore, plant it next to the stairs just in case. It's not actually going to help in this case. Oh, and I think we're going to see the sniper here in a sec. No. Now I think he's parked. Yep, there's a sniper up behind him, actually. I'm going to use lean here first, of course, letting myself regenerate a bit. I'm good to go. I lean out, I take a hit right away. I know where he's at, so I quickly aim up in that area with a lean. And if you need to, you can easily pop back with your lean, which I should have done, but I did not. I'm going to see a dead guy again. The skull represents a dead friend, so I'm going to come back over here and get ready for an attack. Wondering if my Claymore is still there. There goes the guy. See, and I go in to zoom right there. And as I go into zoom, I take a knife to the face. So sometimes it does actually pay to just blow the guy away. Fire if you got the chance in the back. Just take it. Excuse me. And again, another skull. Damn it. The guy's down and we need to move in. So I'm going to come around, try to figure out where they are using my mini-map along with my just visual sights. I can see the skull, so I know there's a guy up there, and I see him fire, so with a nice zoom you can take him out, and then I get fucking knifed. I do get knifed actually a fair amount, usually not always from the back. Sixth Sense was always my thing in Modern Warfare 2, so I do the kind of crazy Ivan, if you've ever watched Sean Connery with a little Alec Baldwin in Hunt for Red October. You're gonna know what that means. There was a sniper in the grass. I knifed him, and I mean that's a great way to take out an enemy. It's fun. A lot of guys are gonna die here. It's a heavy field. You'll see I use flash bangs all the time. I'm really into the whole flash 'em. Of course, not very well. I switch out of aim to hip fire, which is unusual for me, but I needed to see the rest of the map to see where other enemies were, and my scope was blocking too much of my overall view. I'm going to try to be tricky and go in here and knife that guy that just ran by, which is just going to get me shot. So, you know, pick your battles, be careful, don't always run for what you think. We're getting totally dominated in this round. You can see another guy actually ran up to the right there. Oh, and we're all flashed with the grenade, which is going to get me as I throw my flash. So, we know you don't want to always go toward the bullets, or at least not the headway. And again, there's the knife. That Jason guy actually knifed me a fair amount, to be fair. I had a bunch of matches with him in it, and a bunch of other prestige. Those are all prestige 1s. We actually have a few of them in here. We'll look. And a couple prestige 2s. So what's up? Prestige 3, I think that is. Very bottom. Again, zoom in. More or less try to aim. Running targets are obviously harder to hit. Moving targets are harder to hit. So a general rule of thumb, keep moving and you're not going to be hit as well. I'm using a silencer in my later maps with Ghost. This one I have, I believe, Ghost on, but no silencer, obviously. Silencers will remove your red dot from the minimap, even when you're firing, which is when you generally light up. Lighting up, of course, being your big red light coming on, and you don't want that. Here I see another guy. I try to get fancy with the flashbang. I throw it late. He's already dead. I see the other guy with the flash goes off, and I'm still able to get him. And in those cases, you really want to just fire at the area. We're going to talk about that for a sec. You really want to fire at the area where where you last saw your enemy, and if you're not really sure or you think they might move, do a little spray and pray, as I like to say. Just look left, look right, and keep firing. Hold down the trigger. Recoil won't matter because you're not actually aiming, you're just spraying and praying. And then, as you saw, I dropped I was bringing out a Claymore. I like to protect my flanks. In this case, I wanted to try to set one up for the next group that came around and allow me to take up a position, which did not work. I pulled it out, got shot, and that actually happens a fair amount too. I love my Claymores, but you gotta really be careful when you choose it. There's a guy off in the distance. I'm not sure why I took so many hits. This is why I actually tend to use the Famas more. It seems to be a bit more accurate than the AK-74U. You definitely want to try to cook your grenades. I cooked it, did not kill him. Gonna throw a flash, and the guy's gonna come out. Now he was flashed. He had partially at least, but he did what I I do is just kind of a spray and pray, as well as aim at the last area you were. He's the one that keeps hiding in the spot there. So
Friendly care package.
I'm eventually going to realize that this is kind of a fruitless way to be going. If you're going to be gunned down all the time, or if they're flanking your team because of this type of thing, you know, you're stuck, you want to try to go around another way. There's no point in chilling in an area where you can't get around. Obviously, we lost with a 134 to a 201 and a kill death of 16 kills, 15 deaths. Not too bad for an early match. This was actually early November, so take it as you will. This is Prophet bringing you another Call of Duty Black Ops Domination ranked commentary. Hope you enjoyed. Watch for future movies where the editing will be far superior to this one. Thanks.